Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Little Blue Fly. If this is your first time visiting, welcome, and I invite you to subscribe to my channel. Also press that bell and select all to receive all of my future postings. I hope you all had a Thanksgiving filled with good food and the richness of love. This Thanksgiving we had much to be thankful for. Our weather has definitely cooled down here in Northern Virginia. With our wood delivered and stacked up by the hubby, cozy fires have officially begun. My daughter London Guinevere has started making us her famous s'mores filled with chewy goodness. Excitement has filled the air here at the cottage as Christmas nears. So that being said, let's begin, shall we? So we are starting things off with this very large box right here. So since I'm dealing with a limited amount of space, I decided to purchase a Loveseat from IKEA. It's the first time I've ever, purchased a Loveseat from them. So I'm curious to see how this works out. So they have it, it's packed quite well. You have the arms down below, and the rest is up at top is the Loveseat and the cushions. So those are the two back cushions. And then the frame, and this just sort of lifts up and goes back. That's the Loveseat portion. So now we're going to take this piece out. Looks like it's going to be pretty simple placing all of this together. There's the bottom cushions. And then we have the arms over here to the side. And here it is. It was so simple. Just that little tool over there that you can see on the buffet, we use that to place in some of the screws. There was, I think, 6 of them. It's very sturdy. And this is the slip cover that I purchased for it. I got it on clearance for $87.40. I actually had to go through a lot to get it. So the main slip cover just fits right on top of the Loveseat. It was so simple to place this on. This is my very first slip cover Loveseat ever, and I think I'm gonna like it. I placed on the bottom cushions. I didn't too much fuss with them because, making sure everything fits in there and the lines go straight, because that'll happen as we start sitting on it. And I placed on the 2 back cushions. I love the warm buttercream yellows on this Loveseat. There's just something sweet and inviting about this piece. Next, I have this jute rug that I purchased at IKEA as well. I figured it would go nicely with all the stone in this sunroom, and the yellow in the fabric as well. So I have the rug placed down, and now we're going to do another unboxing of this sweet little cottage Christmas tree I purchased from Lowe's. As you can see, it fits absolutely perfectly in this room. I love all the warm yellow glowing lights on the tree. The branches, they have a nice real look to them. And it was quite simple putting it together. And there's the rug. Now this next piece, I've actually had this for quite some time. This is a buffet made by Hooker Furniture. It's a very sturdy, very solid, very heavy piece. I love all the detailing on this. The floral print, of course. They have given it a nice aged look. So we're going to work with this piece. I thought it looked nicely up against this stone. I'm going to love everything I do inside this sunroom because this stone it's just stunning. I love it. Absolutely love everything about this room. So many windows. So let's get working on this wall right here. I'm gonna start with this vintage tiered tray that was thrifted. I love all the fine detailing of the flower work, and it's just gonna work perfectly in this room. There's so much that can be done with this piece. I never thought I would have so much fun with it, actually. So next to it, I placed this it's a wooden arched window. It was purchased from Kirkland's. I added a small basket. And I placed my vintage find lamp inside of it, and the lampshade came from Target. I love working with the baskets because it means that, you get to fill them and put in all sorts of goodness, right? So, anyhow. Next, I'm gonna start working with some Christmas pine stems. I purchased these at a shop called the Flower Gallery. I absolutely love how they look and feel real. So I'm going to take a moment to share with you all this gem of a floral shop I just recently discovered in Manassas, Virginia. That is Northern Virginia. This is the perfect shop for creators at heart. They offer professional fresh floral arrangements. Their faux greenery and decorations are truly a step above the rest. When I walked into their enchanted Christmas gallery, I was in awe. The shop is immaculately laid out with no lack of attention to detail. To sum it all up, the Flower Gallery offers a professional atmosphere, but yet makes you feel right at home. If you happen to go and visit them, make sure to tell them the little blue fly from YouTube sent you. They would be happy to see each and every one of you. So I placed one of the greenery stems, actually the pine stem, I cascaded it off the bottom tier tray. And I'm going to add my amaryllises that have been dipped in wax, and these were purchased at Trader Joe's. And of course, we're going to add in some twinkle lights. These are actually in my Amazon storefront. So if you go give a little visit over to the storefront and click on lights, you'll see these right there, sitting right there, waiting for you to get them. I love them. So I have the lights all placed in. And I'm going to add some large pine cones. They were purchased from Hobby Lobby. And now I have this spiral topiary that I purchased from Hobby Lobby as well. And I just have one berry stem. And I'm just sort of going to wrap it around the topiary. Remember, 50% off. Wait for those 50% off sales. It can get quite costly. So I tucked the stem in the back, and it's just as simple as wrapping it around. Use the shorter piece up at top, and then the medium for the middle, and then the longer piece down at the bottom. Now it's perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some lights. I probably should have added them before the berries, but that's okay. I don't feel like fussing with the berries again. I have a small piece of burlap. It was purchased from Hobby Lobby. They actually come in rolls. And I'm going to place it up at top. And I place the topiary up inside the top tray. And the amaryllis, they're just a wonderful flower to have during the winter time, and watching it bloom. It's exciting. Every day you go to where the bulb is at and just see, the progress. You just have this beautiful flower that pops out. Sort of like a promise to let you know that spring will be coming on its way with fresh new blooms. Every home should have one of these bulbs. And of course, I added in the moss and some golden pears and whimsy birds. I'm pleased with this setting right here. Now again, some more greenery from the flower gallery. And then another pick from the flower gallery as well. When you walk into their shop, they're just so kind and so helpful. If you can make it to go and see them, I highly suggest it. You will not be disappointed. It's the closest to real I have seen in quite some time. So I just took the two stems, as you can see, and just weave them. I'll be adding something in the back. Up at top, I placed a wreath. Now, I'm not decorating just yet because during Thanksgiving, I couldn't go to storage and bring in all my Christmas boxes. I just couldn't. So here's a holly pick that was purchased from the flower gallery. And I'm just going to use what I have here at the house for right now. So this is just sort of a base I'm putting down for right now. I'm just going to keep it like this on top of the buffet. And when I bring the boxes in, it'll be this week, I'll be adding more. But I'm pleased with it for right now. And on the sides, I placed my large hurricane stands. They were purchased a few years back, quite a few years back, from Pier 1. And I put in my dried oranges and apples. Now we're going to work over here in this area with the Loveseat. I placed a wreath. I actually ended up placing the wreath up a little bit higher. It was just a bit low in this picture. And a wire basket, and this was purchased from the flower gallery as well. I placed it under the wreath and behind the cushions of the Loveseat. There's so many windows in this sunroom. I added a couple candle stands from Pottery Barn. Soon the windows will be covered. I believe I'm gonna put in plantation shutters. And I added some holly inside the wire basket. And as you can see, my little friends are back there eating off their bird feeder. I added in some lights and a couple candles. Those were purchased from Home Goods. And then I have these gorgeous Christmas ivy wreaths with fairy lights, and they were purchased from Trader Joe's. They always have fabulous greenery during the Christmas seasons. And I added this gorgeous stag tapestry pillow that has been framed in tartan plaid, and it was purchased. I did share it in my haul previously from Home Goods. And I just placed a simple but yet cozy throw on the side arm of the Loveseat. I love the rich yellow color on this Loveseat. So inviting. Now I'm going to work over here on this side of the stone wall and also in front of the Loveseat. First, I added this wonderful vintage chippy little, well, I'm going to use it as a coffee table. Perfect for this room. It was a thrifted find. Next, I placed this tall lantern from Hobby Lobby. And behind it, a 3-tiered vintage, very heavy, solid wrought iron stand. Another thrifted goodie. And again, I'm not going to be going in depth with the decorating. This is just the base, but there is more to come in the next video.
Ah!